All right, good morning. Good morning, guys. Coach Micheal Burt. I'm here in Dallas, Texas, at the Statler. Having a great experience with David Perez, Tax Growth Con. Good to see my buddy Tim Story, Cody Askins. Got another speaking engagement this morning, and then we're going to be headed to Nate Allfort's SWAT in Dallas. So can't wait to see everybody out there. Then I'm doing the $1 Million Coaching Getaway if you're in Dallas, Texas. We still got a few spots left to come spend with me Friday and Saturday, learning the art of speaking, coaching, and writing, which is one of the greatest things you'll ever learn, by the way. So I got just a few minutes to spend with you as I'm eating breakfast here with some folks, but I wanted I had a clear structure this morning. Last night I went to dinner with some fabulous people, and I came back toward the hotel, and a gentleman, Jay Cash, walked right up to me, and he started telling me his story about what he was doing, and he was having some success, and we were just talking about what he needed to do next as it relates to converting his purpose, Gabriel, to his profit. Purpose, what am I supposed to be doing? Profit, how do I make money doing it? And I began working through this formula. James Neese, have you found that which makes you unique? Yes, I think I have. Do you have a demonstrated capacity of it working for you or someone else? Yes, I have. How many times has it worked? Has it worked once? Has it worked twice? Has it worked 3 times, Lisa? No, it was worked twice in these 2 situations, Sean. Okay, great. Have you packaged, good morning, Tom. Have you packaged that which makes you unique into something other people could consume, absorb, participate in, purchase? Well, no, I haven't. Okay, missing structure number 1, Brian White. See, I don't know what your genius level is until you package it into something, Carrie, that I can absorb. I don't know that you're the number 1 person in the world at something until you package it into something that can communicate that to me. So I said, man, have you found it? Okay, have you found it? Have you packaged it? Have you marketed it? Have you marketed it to anybody? Have you told other people about it? Well, no. Okay, good. Then you're not going to monetize it. Now look at what I'm doing. This is a formula I use with a lot of people. Number 1, I got to help you find what makes you unique. Big step right there, because 87% of people don't know their talents. I got to help you package what makes you unique. Packaging is anything the consumer can feel, touch, taste, see, hear. It's a way to transfer your skill set to another person. I got to show you how to market it and promote it. This is really the whole game, folks. And then I got to show you how to monetize it, which is and that's through the fundamental relationship between your talent and someone else's problem. Okay, now this is what I'm going to be covering next Thursday and Friday at Purpose to Profit. But it's a formula that I use for person of interest. It's a formula I'm going to use at the Micheal Burt School of Speaking, Coaching, and Writing. Because what I'm doing is I'm helping you find something. Then I'm showing you a direct line to bring it to the market. And because I've been doing this for 20-something years, Khaleesi Dow, I know how to find it, package it, market it, promote it. And until you figure this part out, you're stuck like this young man that was stuck last night. He was just frustrated and a little confused, and he lacked some confidence. Confidence comes from knowing. Knowing comes from doing. Okay? Doing comes from doing. Okay? So confidence follows doing. The more you do, the more demonstrated capacity you have, the more you figure out you have a skill that other people would find valuable. How much would they pay for it? What problem does it solve? How do you help other people? Okay? There's John Hart over there. That's funny. He's sitting right over that table over there. So this is what I'm here doing, folks. This is kind of part of my life's purpose. I feel like helping people discover these things. Tim Story and I had a great hour last night just sitting outside talking ideas, strategy, how to do it at a bigger level. See, once you got this formula, now it's a matter of how do we distribute it at a much higher level and to whom would pay for it. Purpose to profit. Next Wednesday, Thursday, we'll post the links in here to make sure you can get that. Khaleesa, you definitely need to get in there. Derek Fossey, I got your message. I'll hit you back here in a little bit. But what I'm trying to show people is just a formula. Just like a basketball coach uses formulas, coaches uses formulas. So I'm trying to show you a direct line here. And speed up, really, more than anything, help you figure this out. People have helped me figure it out that believed in me. Now I want to help you figure it out because I believe in you. So boom, boom, boom. Find, package, market, monetize, Tommy Davidson. All right, guys, I got to get to my speaking engagement. Have some breakfast. You guys have a great morning. Everybody needs a coach. You can watch these on YouTube. Okay, I'll see you next week. Purpose to Profit. I'll see the people in Dallas today, tomorrow, Saturday. Look forward to seeing everybody out on the road, man. God bless you. The purpose of my follow-up today is I'm going to help you make a decision. I know you're scared, and I know you got some insecurity and doubt. Man, we're going to decide to kill that off today, and we're going to move forward. Okay? The purpose of the follow-up is one reason, to help you make a decision. I'm not calling to check in on you. I'm not calling to ask you if you have any questions. I'm not going to call you and say, I woke up thinking about you today, because that's weird and creepy. And don't be creepy with people. Okay? Yeah, I was in the shower thinking about you this morning. Now, but this is what people say, yes or no? How many of y'all, somebody called you and said, I woke up thinking about you today? Just checking in on you. Just wondering if you have any questions. From now on, never say these things again. Okay? I'm calling you for a very specific reason. You indicated, you came into our gym, you were on fire. I'm calling to help you make one of the most important decisions of your life. Okay? To move forward with something you've been thinking about for a long time. Now, does that sound good to you? I ask affirmative questions to people. Does that sound good to you? Seems like you want to do this. Sounds like this is perfect. Feels like you're ready to get started. It sounds like, it seems like, it feels like. Okay? What would stop us from doing it right now? Okay? Okay, now, so what I'm doing is I've got enough confidence for me and them. And I'm moving them in a forward posture toward a decision. Now, if they don't make a decision, I got to take them down, I got to take them to the dark side. And I got to say, how long have you been thinking about this? How many times have you started and quit? How many times have you told yourself you're going to do this? Now, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't say this to you. Right? We can have this talk today or we can have it 6 months from today. And you and I both know nothing's going to change until you change it. See, I got to present a gap to them. And the gap is the problem. And the problem will stay there and be there until they deal with it. Okay? So the very last piece I'm going to show you today when we're doing objections is I challenge the premise of the prospect. I don't have to accept your premise. Just because you have a premise doesn't mean I have to accept it. I'll wait till next week. I'm going to get started. Timing's not right. Just because you said it don't mean I have to accept it. Can you and I both agree that timing is never right to get started on something? Okay? I believe we create our own timing by taking action. Do you believe that? Well, yes. Okay, good. Let's get you started right now then. Okay? People are scared to death to make decisions because of the past, because of something that happened, because somebody let them down, because somebody lied to them, because they lost money on something. Right? So you have got to overcome that problem that they have, that fear. Fear is an emotion created by a belief that something's going to hurt me in the future. That's all fear is. I've created something, right? And you got to overcome that fear. That's why you need insurance. That's right. Now, that's good. Now, let's get clear on what you're selling. You think you're selling a product, so you follow up like you're selling a product. But you're not. You're actually selling a solution to my problem. and this is very important when you are following up with me. If you have located a problem, so look at this part right here. When I follow up, when I call people, this is what I do. I initiate a conversation. Hey, Kimberly, it's Coach Burt. How you doing today? Man, I'm excited to talk to you. I initiate. Then I disarm people by connecting to them. Where do you live in the world? What's going on with you today? Right? Now, in a more fancy word, that's called intrinsic validation. And intrinsic validation is where I have walls up. I have walls of resistance up to you. The way you lower those walls is you connect to me at a deeper level. And the way you connect to me at a deeper level is you ask me questions. How's it going today? What's happening in your life? What are you most excited about? And when they tell you, ask them to go deeper. Tell me more about that. I like asking this one a lot. What keeps you up at night? What's the biggest level 10 opportunity is available to you right now? See, intrinsic validation is the ability to connect to a person at a deeper level so they lower their walls. Okay? This is very important because some people are not good at this. So what does it feel like when you're on the other side when they don't know how to do this? Feels like they're trying to sell you something. And they're doing this right here. Okay? So true connection to people is very important to lowering their walls of resistance. And if you do this a lot, you will actually begin to physiologically feel when people are struggling with something. Okay? So I may say to a person, man, it seems like you're going through a rough time right now. Am I right about that? Or it seems like you're a little nervous about this, you're scared about that, and they just tell me, I'm scared to death. Tell me about that. See, I'm being coached on this right now. And what my coach is basically teaching me is agape love, which is a deep sense of awareness of other people. Intrinsic validation, which is how to validate other people's feelings and emotions. And true connection to other people. Okay? To where you can sense, you literally become so aware of what's going on, you can sense when people are uneasy or uncomfortable. You follow me? And you acknowledge that. You validate that. Man, it seems like you're a little scared to do this real estate deal. I get it, man. It's a big deal. But we're going to be right here with you each step of the way, and we're going to show you step by step how to do this. And we've been doing this for a long time. We know exactly what we're doing. Okay? That is when I say disarm people, what I'm really saying is learn. This is an art to learn how to connect to people and make them feel comfortable. If not, you're just a salesman peddling a product. Okay? Now, then I locate a problem. Sometimes I call it a missing structure. And why? Because money changes hands when problems are solved. So I say, tell me what you're trying to do. Tell me what your holdup is on it. Tell me what your missing structure you think is. And people just tell me, man, I struggle. I don't have any confidence. I don't know what I'm doing. Now that is presenting a gap. Okay? And a gap is where they come to a realization that they need help. I can't do this on my own without somebody. I may say, how many times you tried to do this on your own? Oh, a bunch. Okay. Good. See, I've located a problem. Now, how serious are you about solving that problem? And they say, man, I'm real serious. Okay, great. Then I offer them a compelling solution to get them started and moving in a direction. Okay? Like a doctor making a recommendation to a patient. I say, this is the recommended course I'm going to give you. Okay? This is the recommended path I'm going to give you. Okay? Now, let's go back to what you're really selling. What are you really selling? This is where we're going to do an exercise. You're not selling me a product.
You're selling me a solution. See, this is me. This is called the fundamental relationship. And this is very important for everybody on your sales team to know. We are in the business of solving problems. There are two types of businesses, painkillers and vitamins. A painkiller is we are in the business of solving some kind of pain for people. A vitamin business is people already doing good. We're just going to make their life a little bit better. Okay? So what problem do you solve for people, and who would write you the biggest check to solve that problem? And what unique talent and skill do you have that I am paying for? See, your skill solves my problem. And this is going to become very important in a minute when you start articulating why I should choose you. So I got mortgage people in the room. If I called you today and said, look, I'm going to talk to 3 different mortgage people before I make a decision. And I'm going to give each of you 10 minutes in conversation to convince me that you are the best one for me to go with. And right? And I'm going to say go. And here's your chance to pitch me your services or offer me your services. See, the one who has the unique skill set is probably the one I'm going to go with. The one that can solve my problem better than anybody else is probably the one I'm going to go with. So how do you articulate that? Based on my unique past, and my unique experiences, and my unique mentors, I have really developed a very unique skill, very unique talent. And our talent can solve your problem. Okay? What is that problem that we're solving? Because this is the fundamental relationship here. Okay? And when you know this, then we start to articulate that in the follow-up. Okay? Now, what did Mike say when he introduced me this morning? How did he pre-frame that? Anybody remember? Mike, the big tall guy that was in here? Because I was outside listening to him. He said, there is nobody better in the world at follow-up than Coach Burt. Did he say that to you? Okay. Now, here's my point. You have got to be able to say, when you were on that phone with people, there is nobody in the world better at solving this problem for you than us. We are uniquely qualified. Where does your uniqueness come from, by the way? Your past. That's right. There's something about your past that has set you up to help me build my future. I'm paying you for your past. Your past builds my future. Okay? We have a unique talent and a unique gem. Okay? So let's go back. So Wendy, let's do one for Rockbox. We have studied the fitness industry, and we found that there were gaps in the industry. And we believe, based on our unique past, that we've created a unique curriculum, unique program with unique trainers to be able to do this. And our gym is different from all the other gyms that are out there because of these reasons. And when you're looking at 4 gyms to go to, the reason you should choose Rockbox over all those other gyms is that we have a unique skill set and talent here to do X. Everybody see that? See, and what you may say is we found through our research that 98% of people want this. They need this. They need a combination of high intensity training with functional fitness, with high energy trainers. See, Wendy said something to me the first time I went there that I thought was both hilarious and on the money at the same time. She said, it's like nightclub meets fight club. And I went home and told my wife, it's like you're in a nightclub, but I'm in a fight club. So the music is glaring, the strobe lights are going, and what that does is it tricks you into working hard because you got all this energy pumping in. It's totally different. So when she said that, I thought, now that is a unique way to describe this. It's like a nightclub meets a fight club. Everybody see that? And I got it. I understood it. I went home and I told my wife, I'm like, this is kind of cool. Music's going, strobe lights going, I'm punching. Trainers are high energy. It was different than F45 because I own an F45. And I liked it better because I liked the boxing. I really liked the boxing part. So my point was, it was unique. Now, okay, so what's her next strategy? If it's unique, and if she sells somebody like me, which is hard to sell, now it's about how do I take it out to more people? Okay, now this is where the follow-up comes in. How many of you believe when you get somebody to do something with you, once they get in there, they're going to get to taste it and see how good it is? So everything you do should be getting them in the door. Every follow-up should be getting them in the door.